Tonight at 6, how a Kent native is set to shine at the biggest sports stage in America this weekend.
And we show you what to keep in mind to have a budget-friendly Super Bowl party.
And in Minnesota, ICE is scaling back on its operation. What this means and more as KSTV starts right now. Good evening and welcome back to Kent Stater TV News. I'm Lexi Blatnick.
And I'm Sophia Lena. Thank you for joining us on the first Wednesday newscast of the semester. We start today with a Kent Roosevelt High School graduate who is going to the Super Bowl.
That's right. The Kent native is set to shine as the Patriots' offensive assistant.
Riley Larkins is headed to California for the big game, and our reporter Lex Rady breaks down how he made it. Hi Lex, what can you tell us?
Hi guys, from Friday Night Lights in Kent to now the Super Bowl sidelines. Riley Larkin's coaching journey is centered around family, faith, and hometown connections. I sat down with his friends and family to find out how his roots influenced and shaped his journey.
From the high school fields of Kent, Ohio to the grand stage of the NFL, Riley Larkin's journey has been anything but ordinary. A Kent Roosevelt alum, Larkin now serves as the Patriots' offensive assistant coach, just after coaching Ohio State to a national championship.
I still remember when Coach Vrabel called me that the day after the national championship game. I think it'll be a day I'll never forget.
Before landing in the NFL, Larkin climbed the coaching ladder, starting as a teacher in Tennessee and later coaching at Ohio State. But growing up, it wasn't the NFL he dreamed of. It was a life in the classroom.
My dream was to be like my mom and dad and be a teacher and a coach and impact as many lives as I could.
Even as Riley climbed through college and pro football, his family says he's never changed. Always grounded, always kind.
One of the best things that Tom and I have ever done is gotten into education, and the way it gives back to us every single day is just so amazing. And for him to realize that is great.
Those values were shaped in Kent, where his coaches helped mold both his skill set and his heart.
He is a humble kid that has a lot of reasons not to be humble. He communicates well. He works hard. He's very authentic. They don't get much better than Riley Larkin.
Whether it's coaching college athletes or NFL stars, Larkin's mentality stays rooted in connection.
It'd be so easy for it to start to get to your head and change a little bit as a person. There has been a single ounce of that with Riley.
That connection is clear to his sister Shannon, who's watched Riley build relationships and keep them at every step.
With how busy he is, he's just always continuing to keep those relationships and just stay true to who he is.
The Larkin family has followed Riley from city to city, always cheering from the stands and never missing a moment.
So we'll actually be at the game, but typically me and my dad kind of sit next to each other and we'll be talking about different things scheme-wise that we're seeing as the game is kind of developing.
From every stadium seat to every phone call after a tough loss, Riley's family has been behind him, offering support and the kind of perspective only a parent can give.
Every game day, I text them in the morning, have fun, let her rip.
It's advice that sticks, especially now, standing on football's biggest stage.
Now that I'm here, I wouldn't change it for the world, and I'm so grateful for everyone that made it happen.
Patriots will face the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday with kickoff set for 6:30 p.m. For follow-ups after the big game, tune into Sports Corner Monday night at 9 p.m. For KSTV, I'm Lex Brady.
Thanks, Lex. And Larkin isn't the only one with Ohio ties. The Patriots feature Cincinnati native Thayer Munford Jr., along with Akron native head coach Mike Vrabel and Barberton's Josh McDaniels. Seattle also has some Buckeye State connections, including Cleveland native Kobe Bryant, Aurora's AJ Barner, and Westerville's Chris Stoll. Both teams have OSU alums, like Patriots running back Travion Henderson and Seahawks Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And with the Super Bowl just 4 days away, the Flash Activities Board will host its annual watch party. Students can gather at the Rathskeller, located in the lower level of the Student Center, to enjoy food and watch the biggest sporting event in the United States. Starting at 6, everyone is welcome, whether you're rooting for a team or just there to see Bad Bunny and Green Day.
And if you are planning on hosting a Super Bowl party this weekend, it might be more expensive than expected.
CNN's Karen Keifa breaks down the numbers and what's pushing certain items higher and lower in the supermarket.
Football fans hosting family and friends for Sunday's big game will pay a little bit more overall for snacks than last year. The Wells Fargo Agri-Food Institute crunched the numbers on a spread for a party of 10. They found it will cost about $140, up 1.6% from 2025. Wells Fargo Food and Agriculture Chief Economist Michael Swanson says some fan favorites are trending lower.
Chicken wings got less expensive thanks to more supply. Avocados are down about 2.5% as well. Nachos are down, the chips are down.
Some proteins, Swanson says, have pushed higher, like shrimp.
We import most of the shrimp that we eat from a bunch of countries like India, Vietnam, Thailand, and it was kind of really low pricing last year, so it's bounced back. So up about 8% from a year ago.
And Stu Leonard Jr., president and CEO of the Stu Leonard supermarket chain, says sliders may be the best option for burgers because beef prices are still elevated.
Beef market is still a little bit high. It's a little tense out in the market, but that's a supply and demand issue.
Wells Fargo also found some fresh vegetables trending higher. Cherry tomatoes, celery, and cauliflower up between 2 and 4%. But there's better news for cheese lovers.
You can't have a Super Bowl party without a big cheese platter right here, okay?
Dairy prices have been falling, Leonard says, lowering the cost of that cheese platter. In Washington, I'm Karen Keifa.
Welcome to the first Wednesday forecast of the semester. I'm your weather anchor, Lila Schaefer-Hughes, and I will be here every Wednesday giving you your latest weather updates. As we take a look across the state of Ohio, we're seeing Toledo at 18 with this mostly central of Ohio in the 20s almost. Cincinnati 26, Columbus 21, and Akron, Canton 19. Athens 26, and over at Pittsburgh, we're hitting 23. So we have a trend of the 20s, but as we lean in closer to northeast Ohio, we see that Kent is 19 degrees, and we're all in the teen areas, with Sandusky reaching 15 at the lowest, and we have over here Youngstown and Ashtabula 19. That's the highest we have. And if we lean in closer to see your hourly forecast, we have 6 p.m., 19 degrees as your high. It is very cold, bundle up. It's a 2% chance of precipitation, and because it is so cold, we'll probably see snow rather than rain. We move on to 9 p.m., the high is 13 degrees, and we up the chance of precipitation to 15. And moving all the way to start your Thursday, we have a 15% chance of rain, and we lower the temperature to 10 degrees. And as we look forward to tomorrow's forecast, 22 degrees and cloudy. Winds coming from the north to northwest. And all right, folks, that's all I have for now. Stay tuned on tomorrow's weather and extended weekly forecast later on. Back to Sophia and Lexi at the desk.
Thank you, Lila. Last night in D.C., President Trump signed a $1.2 billion spending package to end the government shutdown. The measure funds most of the federal government through September 30th.
The bill also provides the Department of Homeland Security with funding for the next 2 weeks. Lawmakers will continue to negotiate changes on immigration and custom enforcement as Democrats demand restrictions.
In Minnesota, federal authorities are reducing immigration and customs enforcement officers after weeks of tension and confrontation.
Our correspondent Trinity Chapman has the details. Hi, Trinity.
That's right, Lexi and Sophia. Border Czar Tom Homan shared the news this morning, saying that 700 officers will be pulled out of Minnesota effective immediately. However, Homan ensured that enforcement operations will continue despite the reduction of officers.
President Trump fully intends to achieve mass deportations during this administration, and immigration enforcement actions will continue every day throughout this country. President Trump made a promise, and we have not directed otherwise.
2,000 Homeland Security officers will remain in Minneapolis in compliance with the Trump administration's mass deportation operations. Homan states the administration also hopes to distribute body cameras to officers nationwide. As Minneapolis continues to be the priority, residents remain outraged over the recent ICE-involved shootings of 2 U.S. citizens last month. In Portland, a federal judge is restricting how federal agents can respond to protests, limiting the use of excessive force. This order will limit agents from using chemical and riot control weapons. Firearms are only to be used when deadly force is legally justified. The order applies to protests outside the city's federal immigration building. Department of Homeland Security criticizes the ruling. Ohio House Democrats announced 8 bills pertaining to ICE operations. The proposal would ban officers at courthouses, schools, hospitals, and churches, require officers to display identification, and set standards for incarcerated persons' care. Republicans say they will review the bill once it has been formally introduced. Democrats state timing is critical as thousands of Haitian residents remain under temporary protected status. Lawmakers said the proposal is intended to allow residents to access essential services without fear of detention or deportation. For KSTV, I'm Trinity Chapman.
Thank you, Trinity. The Department of Justice is seeking the death penalty for the man accused of shooting 2 National Guard members. Roma Nula Lockenwall pled not guilty in federal court today. He allegedly traveled to D.C. in November and shot 2 Guard members near the White House, killing one of them. A third Guards member heard the shots and fired at Lockenwall in response.
A federal judge in Florida sentenced Ryan Routh to life in prison this Wednesday. Routh was found guilty last year after attempting to assassinate President Donald Trump during his 2024 campaign in West Palm Beach, Florida. Prosecutors have been pushing for a life sentence since the beginning of the case. Initially, during his trial, Routh represented himself, but now his new attorney, Martin Ross, said they will be appealing the case. The incident in Florida was the second attempt on Trump's life in 2024.
A new restaurant has found its way into Kent Dining Hall. What flashes think of the new addition? We did kill it.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Can you hold me?
out there.
Will you help my mom?
Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is KSTV.
Your community.
Your stories.
It's doors in Eastway at the beginning of the week.
That's right, KSTV Very's own Amanda Nichelle has the details on what Kent State students are thinking about this new addition.
Thank you guys. That is right. Sapori Taste of Italy is the newest addition to Eastway Dining Hall. The new dining option opened this Monday and has quickly become a point of excitement for students. The menu features classic Italian dishes with options of pasta, lasagnas, already plated, and some other alternatives up for customization. That is one of the main changes Sapori brings into the food hall scenario. All food served is prepared when the order is made and pre-plated with specific and different options each day. They are created to try and bring the best and most beneficial experiences to students by varying the menu and ensuring that they can have different options each day.
We were tasked with finding a new concept at Eastway. Come, you look, and you just grab an item versus selecting it yourself. I think it just upscales Eastway.
The fact that we don't actually have to make the food. Every time I've been here, it's been something different.
This has variety, like it's different every day.
Into a new culture while having a healthy, balanced meal. From this first couple of days, turnout and feedback, according to the chef, have been satisfactory, with students coming back every day of the week to try the new options and enjoy the new restaurant. Especially as students begin to be excited and looking forward to the surprises the menu has in store.
That it was seasoned well and that it tasted really good. I'm sorry, I don't expect that from like any kind of dining hall food or anything because I normally have to add a little of my own je ne sais quoi to the meal, but it's perfect the first time around. I didn't have to add anything and I've been coming back here.
Excited updates all around Eastway Food Hall. I don't know about you, but I will be trying all the Italian dishes. For KSTV, I am Amanda Nichelle.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back, and I have a joke for you. Why is Punxsutawney Phil always cold? Because he has many fans. I am a fan of Phil, and so far the little guy has been right about winter staying. As we see tomorrow's forecast, it is 22 degrees, cloudy, and the moon phase is waning gibbous, and the sunset time is 5:47. Wind is coming from south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the humidity is pretty high at 78%. And taking a look at the forecast ahead for the week, we have still winter forecast. The low for Thursday tomorrow is 15, the high is 22, and there is a 15% chance of rain. Moving on to Friday, we will see some scattered snow. And as we take a look into the weekend, we have still upper teens, but as we head on to Monday and Tuesday, we're climbing slowly up into the 30s and 40s. But then when we see Wednesday, we're gonna head back down to that dip of 30 degrees, almost reaching below 32, freezing, and seeing the icy snow mixed with sleet rain. And that was a look at your full forecast for the week. Be sure to stay updated with KSTV. I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes, and that was your Wednesday weather.
Big trade right before the trade deadline. What could this mean for the future of their roster?
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Hey everyone, I'm your sports anchor, Ryan Mead. With the NBA and trade deadline Olympics coming up, we have an action-packed week, but first, let's start off locally with Kent Athletics. The Kent State women's basketball team will be hosting Bowling Green tonight. The Flyers are sitting at a disappointing 9-12 record after dropping their last game against Ball State. In style out of the loss, Maya Babbitt scored a team-high 28 points and knocked down 4 threes. Bowling Green is coming to this one with a 10-11 record, losing their last 4 of their 5 games. The Flyers will be looking to get a big-time bounce-back win when they play tonight at 7 in the Mack Center. You can also catch this game on ESPN+. The first events of the 2026 Olympic Games are starting today in Milan. Curling is currently underway, being the first event of the Olympics to begin. Some events in the Olympics will start a little bit before the opening ceremonies due to the 16-day window not being long enough for some sports. Tomorrow we'll have more events including curling and hockey and snowboarding, where Ohio native Red Gerard will compete at 1:30. The opening ceremony will take place on Friday, February 6th at 8 p.m. And the NBA, there was a blockbuster trade last night where the Cleveland Cavaliers decided to trade Darius Garland to the LA Clippers in exchange for James Harden. The deal sends one of the core players from the Cavaliers to the Clippers in exchange for an aging superstar. In 44 games, James Harden is averaging 25 points per game, while Garland has only averaged 18 points, but only played 26 games, being filled with a lot of injuries. Crazy enough, the Cavaliers will take on the Clippers tonight at 10:30 in LA. And now it's an NBA highlight. The Denver Nuggets play the Detroit Pistons here, where Jalan Duran is going to make a huge dunk here, and Detroit started off really hot in this game here, and Cade Cunningham is going to dish this one out to Duncan Cunningham, and he is going to make a big bucket there. And Duncan Robinson now is going to try another 3, and he's going to miss this one, but on the rebound he gets it right back, and he's going to make it the second time here. You can't leave him that wide open. Detroit had a huge lead here, up by 18 points. But Denver, Jamal Murray, they're a scary team to kill Jokic, and Jamal Murray here is going to lay up over 3 defenders. He slowly got the Denver Nuggets back in this game, and then a dish out to Jamal Murray again. This game is a 2-point game here with just 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Denver Nuggets had a 17-5 run in the last couple minutes of the game. But Detroit here with Cade Cunningham, could he make a great play? And he's going to dish this one out, and he is going to make the 3. The Detroit Pistons ended up beating the Denver Nuggets in this one. For more updates, check out Kent Stater Sports on Instagram and go to thekentstater.com. I'm Ryan Mead, and now for the rest of your Wednesday Newscast.
Hundreds of pooches competed in the 2026 Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, but only one furry friend came out on top. We have which foreleg took the prize home coming up.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
When you look at me, you might see
a person with Parkinson's disease.
But if you look closer,
you'll see
a warrior mom,
an endurance athlete,
someone with a lot of fight.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
And every one of them can turn to the American Parkinson Disease Association.
Look closer.
My spirit
is unshakable.
Visit apdaparkinson.org to learn more and show your support today.
Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this! Pooch won Best in Show in the 2026 Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Penny, the Doberman Pinscher, outperformed nearly 2,500 other dogs in 7 different categories. The competition hosted over 200 breeds, and Penny was the 42nd female dog and the 5th Doberman to win the show. She certainly deserves a round of applause. I'm really proud of that. I'm so sorry. So Ryan kind of alluded, Winter Olympics are coming up, and there's a lot of hype in America because we have winters, but
well, yeah.
Brazil?
For those who don't know, I'm Brazilian, and here's the thing. Brazil doesn't really have that big winter. Like, we don't have snow and all of that. But interestingly enough, we do have a lot of people competing in the Winter Olympics, and they are pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like, I can't imagine seeing like a Brazilian hockey team. Actually, no, that would be pretty sick.
It
But
is.
thank you so much for tuning in on your Wednesday evening. For more stories in your community, be sure to check out KentStater.com. I'm Lexi Blatnick.
And I'm Sophia Lena. Tune in at 8 p.m. for a new episode of All Systems Go. Have a good night, Portage County.
Can you help me?
Mom, Dad, we're going out.
Thank you.
Oh, look, they're playing chess.
What you got there?
Will you help my mom?
She's real sick, huh? Hey, crew, I'll give the first move to anyone who signs up to be an organ donor. How do you do it?
Easy. Just go to organdonor.gov.
You heard them, organdonor.gov.
More donors means more hope. Sign up at organdonor.gov.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. For more than 100 years, American Humane has been on the front lines protecting animals in times of crisis. From Pearl Harbor to 9/11, the California wildfires, and the coronavirus pandemic, American Humane Rescue has provided life-saving assistance for animals in virtually every major national disaster.